It's 10 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum. 3 members are present. Commissioner Clement and Commissioner Hollowell are out today. They are ill. We'll have opening prayer. I'll do opening prayer. I don't see Ricky. And that'll be followed by our pledges, and they will be led by Commissioner Arndt. If you would, please rise. If you would, bow your heads. Lord, we love you and we need your guidance this morning. And Lord, we ask that we make decisions that would benefit you and our community. And we ask that you oversee our emergency management folks and our servicemen and women throughout the world. Lord, please be with us today as we make decisions for our county and our citizens. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Okay, item 6. Item 5, public comments.
No general comments.
Okay, no general comments. We'll move to item 6, our consent agenda. The consent agenda includes non-controversial and routine items that the court may act on with one single vote. The judge or a commissioner may pull any item from the consent agenda in order that the court discuss and act upon it individually as a part of the regular session. Anybody have anything on the consent agenda they would like to pull and discuss?
I make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Have a motion by Commissioner Snuggs to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 7, deliberate and consider possible approval of Treasurer's monthly report for November.
Move to approve.
A motion to approve by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 8, it is 10:03. We'll open public hearings of the replat of Lot 4A for Schultz subdivision in Precinct 2. Have anyone speaking to this subdivision? You have anything, Jason?
I didn't even know about it. What we got,
Kathy? Is there anything we need?
It's almost 27 acres. I just want to split it to 11 and 15.8.
Okay.
Yeah. It actually was part of like a 50-acre tract, I think, to start with. So this is the second split off of it, but it's still large tracts.
Okay. That's what I'm seeing here. It's not, P&Z's not affected by that.
No.
I make a motion we approve this replat. Wait, nope. Public hearing. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Any other discussion?
Nobody here to speak to it.
Okay, it's 10:04. Well, we will close public hearing. Item 10, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding replat of Lot 4A Schultz subdivision in Precinct 2.
I make a motion we approve this replat.
I have a motion to approve Lot 4A Schultz subdivision replat by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 11, deliberate and consider possible approval of preliminary plat for Dove Landing in Precinct 3.
This is the one we talked about previously about the long driveway. We got together with Mr. Clint over there, and they've agreed to go with the 75-foot plus cul-de-sac on the end where we can turn emergency vehicles, and that's what in our plans is that's designed when that happens, that we have room to do that. So he's agreed to bump that up from, I think it was from 60 to 75 plus.
That'd be nice.
So that
we-
was the only concern I think we had on that one at the time,
Do we have an updated plat coming?
but I think we got
Yes, we
it.
have.
Already have it?
Yes, we have.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And there is a variance request also for the length of the road.
Okay.
Which is an odd subdivision rule.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
know why it
if he'd have put a turn in the middle of the road, it wouldn't have triggered it, but
Yeah.
but I think the cul-de-sacs need to be bigger anyways on all of them.
Yeah,
That's
my-
one of the things I want to change next year.
For the gallery's understanding, the variance is because of the length of the road. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
You can't have a length of road longer than 800 feet at a time that's straight. It has to have a turn, which if there's no extra exit, I don't know what the ruling was back when that was written.
Yeah.
Drag racing probably, but
It could be a speed issue.
yeah.
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 These are larger lots also than what most of them are, 1 and 1.5, 2 acres. These are 3 and 4 acres. Some of them are 5, so.
All right. Do I have a motion?
I make that motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve the Dove Landing preliminary approval, including variance by Commissioner Art,
Second.
second by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 12, it is 10:07. We'll open up public hearing. Reinvestment Zone 2022-001, being approximately 1,300 acres of Compadre Solar LLC located on County Road 329 of Gainesville, Texas, and owned by Compadre Cattle Company. We have folks to speak here. Okay. Ken Atterbury, would you like to speak, sir? If you would, please state your name.
My name's Ken Arterbury. I'd like to thank you for your service to the county, Mr. Stallings.
Well, thank you.
Hate to see you go, but you've been replaced by another good man, so we'll just let it ride at that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm here to speak on the reinvestment zone. I'll start off with this. Good morning, gentlemen. My name is Ken Arterbury. I'm here asking that this Cooke County Commissioners Court deny the creation of this reinvestment zone number 2022/001. Gentlemen, as elected member and longest serving member of the Gainesville Hospital Board, I only represent myself and not other members. I have voted every time not to give abatements except for companies that I will discuss in a couple of minutes. For this, I base my knowledge on Chapter 312 of Texas Code, Section 312-202. Criteria for reinvestment zone other cause, number 6. Be reasonable likely as a result of designation to contribute to the retention of or expansion of primary employment or so attract major investment in the zone that would be a benefit to the property and would contribute to the economic development of the municipality. The use of this property does not meet those criteria. What I'd like to see when we have an abatement is granted that it be combined with attracting long-term, high-skilled, high-wage jobs in the community and such that it justifies an abatement. An example of the appropriate use of that abatement is the Benmore Tractor Manufacturing, Tractor Bob, which will employ up to 300 highly skilled personnel, and the yet-to-be-approved Campbell Industrial Rail Park. The first building will house the Patriot Rail, which will be a building, a 710,640 square feet building. That's a little over 16 acres under roof, gentlemen. There appears to be 9 buildings on board to start construction in a few weeks. If I was to guess that the capital investment will be in the neighborhood of $1 billion plus. Gentlemen, this is the reason I will only vote for an abatement that only attracts long-term, high-skilled paying jobs to the community and cover the ground with commercial buildings, apartments of those workers who need a place to live, not hazardous waste that will have no place in which this material waste can be disposed of. Gentlemen, I humbly ask you to deny this reinvestment abatement zone for the Compadre Solar Company. And, those panels will generate up to 25 to 30 years. After they're gone, after there's no place to take them to. We have no way to dispose of them. They're hazardous material. And if you think about sending them back to China, that's not going to help. That will not help. So, I'll ask you guys to deny this abatement, reinvestment zone, and make that property available for something better uses. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Rod Tyler?
Hello, my name is Rod Tyler. I'd like to visit with you just a minute about the new solar farm that's coming in. As I understand it, this is the very first step for them to establish a solar farm, is to establish a reinvestment zone. To have a reinvestment zone, that means that they can ask for abatements. There is no reason to give them an abatement because they are going to build that solar farm here anyway, because that is the demographics dictate where they have to turn the electricity into the transmission lines. If we can prevent any type of abatement, that would be to the benefit to our community. And once you start an abatement program, there will be more to follow. You have set a precedent for all the other solar farms that will come. So I really encourage you to vote against any type of reinvestment zone for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Rod. Just for clarification for the gallery here is that it is a common practice for the county to require a reclamation bond for any kind of solar or wind power. The reclamation bond would be such that when the life cycle ends for the area, they're responsible for removing all of the infrastructure. So the concern about disposal of the solar panels, it wouldn't happen in this court if there's ever an abatement. But should there be an abatement, there would be a reclamation bond that would be associated with it to make sure that it's disposed of properly. As far as investment zone, the investment zone doesn't give them an abatement. It just gives them the authority to build a solar farm. Now, without the reinvestment approval, they can't even build the solar farm. So just a couple of clarifications. If I'm incorrect, somebody correct me.
I didn't realize they needed the investment zone to build the facility. I thought that was just to be able to go ask for the abatements at every entity it affects.
And that may be correct, so I may stand corrected there. Kathy? Not sure. Yeah.
Even if we pass
It will definitely have, well, I don't know. It's currently agricultural, correct?
Yeah, that's a good question. But even if we approve the investment zone, doesn't mean that we would give an abatement. It gives the school district and the hospital district and the college the ability to offer the abatements if they so choose. So, is there anybody else here to speak during the public hearing?
My personal opinion is that we take no action on this item and let the new court coming in with the new elected officials make that decision in the next court.
That was going to be my recommendation.
You should close the public
Yeah,
hearing.
close the public
You
hearing.
need to close the public hearing.
Yeah. Thank you. You seem to be not wanting to close public hearing for some reason.
Judge, just for clarification.
Sure.
Can they build a solar farm without being a reinvestment zone?
That's a good question that I don't have the answer to.
I'm pretty sure they can. The reinvestment zones are
Right.
only related to the abatement.
There's no type of zoning within the county.
I don't believe that there is.
And there's
no way you can stop it, Rod.
I understand.
And there's been investment zones that we have opened because we have to open them as the county.
Right.
We haven't granted abatements. School districts have granted the abatements. We didn't grant the abatements. It's up to each individual taxing entity to decide whether they want to offer the abatement or not.
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not against the solar farm.
Yeah.
I'm just against giving an abatement because that sets precedent for all the others. like we've done with the wind turbines.
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily talking directly to you, I'm talking to the people at home watching too, so that they understand the process to it. But now that the public hearing is closed, I make a motion that we take no action on this. And let
It's
the
not
court
closed
get in
yet.
there.
Okay, it
Close
is,
it.
it is 10:15. We will close the public hearing. Item 14, deliberate and consider possible actions, establishing a reinvestment zone, 2022-001, being approximately 1,300 acres for Compadre Solar LLC. Okay, now.
And I don't know if we need to take no action or make a motion to table it, however, the best thing to do, what has been done in the
If we
past.
table it, it'll come back
Yeah.
next meeting.
Okay, well, I make a motion that we table this.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion to table the reinvestment zone for Compadre Solar LLC by Commissioner Snuggs, a second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? Anyone from the gallery? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. It is tabled. Item 15, deliberate and consider possible actions on request for tax abatement by 35 and Liberty LLC doing business as Tractor Bob and the City of Gainesville.
Is that? So it's on public hearing, it's an action item.
Yeah, this one's a little confusing.
So with this one, I think the same thing. I think we should push it off till our new court's here and everybody's here. Although this is.
Allen Mall's already under a reinvestment zone,
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
so that's why we don't
Yeah,
have.
yeah, they're going straight for the abatement.
But this abatement is saying that they're gonna create up to 400 jobs with,
300.
and it says 400 right here.
All right.
I just caught a sentence. I mean, so this is a very worthy one to look at for an abatement, but I think that we should wait till we get to have the new court here. So I say, I'd like to make a motion, we table this one as well.
Have a motion to table the request for tax abatement by 35 and Liberty LLC doing business as Tractor Bob by Commissioner Snuggs,
I'll second that.
second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 16, deliberate and consider possible approval of appointment of historical commission members for a period commencing January the 1st, 2023 through December the 31st, 2024. It's the same members from last year. It's just reappointment.
I make the motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve the reappointment of the historical commission members.
I have a question on that.
Sure.
I'm on that commission. As long as I
No, not this one.
recuse myself,
He's not on this.
Not on this
I'm
one.
not on that one?
No,
No.
Which one is this one then?
this is,
County Historical Commission.
Norman Newton chairs it.
I am on that one.
No.
Doesn't have your name.
No.
sorry.
You might be on it, but you're not up for re-election.
No, but the-
I'm gonna quit going to their meetings then. That's okay, never mind.
All right.
It's, Norman Newton chairs it, Bill Cox, Barbara Pybus, Gail Knight, Shanna Powell, John Powell, Ona B. Reed, Nona Stanley, Kevin Beal, and Mia Calhoun are the listed appointees.
I'll just quit going to meetings then.
You're gonna have plenty else to do in a couple weeks, Judge.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Okay. I have a motion to approve the reappointment of the historical commission members for the period commencing January 2023 through December 2024 by Commissioner Arndt.
I seconded it.
A second by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 17, deliberate and consider possible approval of EMS student internship agreement with First Responders Training Solution.
Speak to this, Wes. Morning.
Good morning. It's the same agreement we've had in the past. It just allows us to give them space for their students to ride on our ambulances to complete their training. It's been a good source of future employment. We've hired several people from that school.
So you recommend we do?
Yes, sir.
I move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the EMS student internship agreement with First Responders Training Solution. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Wes. Stop by my office sometime today, Wes. Stop by my office sometime today. Thank you. Item 18, deliberate and consider possible approval of contract for inmate phone and mail service with Correct Solutions and choose option 2 for a term of 5 years beginning June 1st of 2023.
The sheriff and the jail, last year we sent a termination letter to the current provider for inmate phones. They required a year's advance notice. And the sheriff and the jail have reviewed this company and would like to go with this company. They're going to also scan in the inmate's mail, but not the legal mail between the inmates and their attorneys, and provide tablets for the inmates to read their mail. That way the staff doesn't have to handle mail. And
Okay, and the sheriff supports this?
yes, yes. Him and the jail administrator, Larry Williams.
Okay. And we have the money to do it?
Well, we don't,
But-
it's not expending any money. We receive a commission from the phone calls made by the inmates and their
Got it.
families. They're going to, they want to get this approved now so the company can order the equipment, so there's no lag between the outgoing company and the incoming company.
Set back. Okay.
I make the motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve the phone and mail service for Correct Solutions and option 2 for a term of 5 years beginning June of 2023 by Commissioner Arndt and a second by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion?
Is it typical for these contracts to be like this long?
Yes.
Okay.
And the longer the term, the higher the commission.
All in
Yeah,
favor?
we've been with the current one since I've been here.
Okay.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 19, deliberate and consider possible approval of contract with Lease Query in the amount of $5,460 to be able to comply with
GASB.
government accounting,
Okay, Governmental Accounting Standards Board.
I was close, 87 and 96 for the annual financial report and budget amendment for same.
GASB has mandated that governmental entities now, it used to be a footnote in our financial report of how much our leases were on a sliding scale. Now they have mandated that they be recorded, at least on paper, how much we are spending in leases, and that covers the postage machine, that covers the motor graders, that covers copiers, and anything that we lease for longer than a year. And so this company, there's basically 2 companies out there. This company was slightly less expensive, that have the software and the technology to input all the leases and then come up with depreciation scale and the reports that the auditors need for that. And that is, GASB 87 is due for the FY22 report, which they'll start working on in March. GASB 96 is another mandate that we have to start tracking all of our software agreements. So every office that has a software agreement, or IT that has a software agreement, virtually the same concept. So
Is it federal or state mandate?
it's we won't get a financial report if we don't do it.
Okay.
And we won't get any more grants if we don't get a financial report.
I'm just curious who mandates those things.
GASB's a federal organization, isn't
But not necessarily, no. It's just governmental accounting
Okay.
that we have to follow. I mean,
Oh, yeah, no, I just.
it's do or die. And so we don't have the software technology to do it, so.
Thank you, Shelley. Anything else?
Yeah. A motion to approve this?
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion to approve the contract with Lease Query in the amount of $5,460 in order to comply with GASB 87 and 96 from Commissioner Snuggs.
That's second.
A second from Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 20, deliberate and consider possible approval of Cooke County travel policy.
Elizabeth asked me to speak on this. She incorporated all the changes that were suggested at last court on the rest of the handbook. And then I'm asked to have some changes made to the travel policy. The first one being that under the responsibility of officials, department heads, and employees is that employees will utilize the most economical and effective means of transportation, lodging, and meals. If it's cheaper to fly in the night before than fly in the day of, or drive, use the discretion on which way is more economical.
I think we've all seen the changes that
Okay.
were sent out electronically. Any questions?
I'm good with them.
Have a motion to approve the new Cooke County travel policies by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 21, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding November water damage incident at the library. Ricky, I'm going to bring our librarian in. She is stuck. She traveled over the holidays and got snowed in, so she's going to be joining us by phone. But we may need your input here as well, Ricky. See if we can get her. Jennifer, hey, you have joined us at court, and we're discussing the damage from the November water incident. Would you like to brief the court?
I'm sorry, Judge Stern, I heard part of that.
Okay. You are on speaker in court, and we are discussing the water damage from the November incident at the library. And you had requested to brief us?
Yes, I know Ricky has information as well. I sent you guys before the holidays the list of books that were damaged during that flood. It was a total of 933 items, I believe it was. 983 items, and also the 3D printer, the security camera, which Daryl provided the IT director that information, some of the furniture that got wet, the shelving, and all the materials that will be needed to process all those items that were damaged in the water. I know that Ricky also has submitted the carpet drying and cleaning bill. I have a total, with not including that part, of over $34,000. Is Ricky's in court from what I could see. I am kind of watching you guys as we're driving down the road. It's spotty though, but we have another, if he can probably add more. I've included in what I sent to you, the cost of the books on a spreadsheet and cost of the other items that need to be replaced as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Ricky, do you have anything to add? I believe that once we get all that together, we will submit that to the contractor. Is that correct?
To my knowledge, everything that she has on that spreadsheet is all the things there is.
Okay.
They have agreed to take care of. Verbally, they said they know it's their issue and they will take care of it.
Okay.
My only other question for you guys, and maybe Ricky can answer this, and you guys as the court, will they be paying to replace the carpet in the areas that got wet as well?
I don't think so.
According to Ricky, that was not on the itemized list. Is that correct, Rick?
It's not on the list. If we want to put that on the list, we can.
I would think that would be part of it.
Yeah, and I don't have access to, I mean, that's not something I did. I wanted to, like Judge Starn said, I had planned to be there, but we got snowed in. So, I don't have access to that, but Ricky does have it.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I can see that's missing for the list. Ricky, is that true for you?
Yes, that's correct.
Is the carpet damaged?
Yeah. We'll have Ricky take a look at that and get an estimate to add on to. Anything else? Jennifer, drive safely, please.
Okay, thank you very much, you guys. We're taking our time. The roads are still pretty spotty over here, but we're headed that way, so.
All righty.
All right,
Thank you so
very
much. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.
I would just say this, I would recommend that we all kind of get our heads together and before we submit, whenever we submit something to them, that's it. We can't go back and say, oh yeah, we forgot.
Yeah.
So I think before we submit something to them, all the principals here need to put our heads together and talk about it, make sure we've got everything covered.
All right. Anything else on the damage from the water incident on the library? And we'll take no action at this time. Item 22, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding Main Street parking lot. Is that relisted on our website?
Yes, and we contacted all of the companies that we got suggestions for and told them we were sending it out and sent it to them, so just waiting for,
Some bids.
yeah. And we'll follow up before the due date to make sure,
They have everything they need.
yeah.
Sounds good. Any of y'all in the concrete business? No.
You can write a check for $1 million and I'll get it in there.
Oh, well, that may be a little out of budget, but put a proposal together. Okay, we'll take no action on item 22. Item 23, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding the Crest Building. I do not have any update on the Crest Building. Is there anything anyone else has? We'll take no action on item 23. Item 24, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding county road radio communication system. Gary normally updates us, but I believe that we have completed that process and the verification of the towers and the equipment. Either one of you gentlemen have anything to add to that?
I know that 7-800 went online
Yeah.
last Tuesday.
Seems like everything's working good.
Seems
so
like
far.
it's working.
And the existing frequencies that didn't go to 700 are all working better than they did.
Yeah, so I think it's been a really successful implementation, but Gary will definitely brief the court next court. So we'll take no action on 24. Item 25, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding the annex. Ricky, have you we're down to a punch list now?
Yes, we are.
Sure.
I went over and did an actual punch list, sort of from the owner's perspective. And then the architect came up and did his punch list as well. They have gotten almost all of those items completed. I went over there this morning. There's a couple of other things that they need to address again. And there's a couple of things that they're having a hard time getting fixed. But other than that, we're real close to getting that project complete.
Okay, any questions of Ricky or any questions about the annex from anyone? We're excited to open that annex. It's really nice and we look forward to the public enjoying that for many, many years. We'll take no action on item 25. Item 26, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding proposed weight station.
I did have a chance to go talk to TxDOT engineer, the main guy out here, and he went to the district meeting and talked with their guys. It's we're just in the process of waiting for the highway to kind of get. They got to get a lot of stuff in place before we can even get going on it. So.
Okay. All right, then if there's no other discussions on the weight station, we'll take no action on 26. 27, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding Prosperity Building. I don't have any updates or any input. Does anyone else have anything? All right, then we'll take no action on 27. Item 28, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding various grant funds.
I sent off 2 large requests for backup documentation for PW 1030, which is precinct 3. I still have a big one for precinct 4. I haven't seen any money come in.
Imagine that.
Huh?
I said, imagine that.
FEMA 2020 COVID-19, all the requests for all the requests for reimbursement is due 12/31. I'll be sending that off this week so that item can come off the agenda. The CTIF road grants, still working on that, and American Rescue, since all that money's been accounted or earmarked, I think that can come off the agenda also.
Thank you, Shelley. Take no action on item 28. Item 29, adjourn. We'll do these afterwards.
We can do that after. Okay. I'll make a motion that we adjourn, but if everybody will hang around for a
Yeah,
couple
please hang
minutes after
around.
that.
I have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Snuggs. A second by Commissioner Arndt. All in favor of adjournment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Yeah, if you would, please, for a minute, stick around. We'd like to make some acknowledgement of services. First one being to Leon Clement. Leon has been with the county for 14 years and did an outstanding job. I know those of you that live over in Precinct 4, the roads over there are really in good shape. He does a heck of a job. He's going to be missed. And what we'd like to do here this morning is recognize Leon and wish to express our sincere thanks and gratitude for his 14 years of service to the county and the citizens of Cooke County. We appreciate his commitment to excellence and wish him good health, happiness, and continued success.
And I got one more. One day Steve Starnes is retired, the next day he's a county judge. So we interviewed a lot of good candidates to appoint county judge whenever Judge Brinkley decided to run off and leave us. And we picked a darn good one. I tell you what, it's been a pleasure having Judge Starnes here. Learned an awful lot from this man about having a calm demeanor and working through problems in a calm manner. I tell you what, I take that with me for the rest of my life. And we have a recognition of your service. And we wish to express sincere thanks and gratitude for your 2 years of service to the county and the citizens of Cooke County. We appreciate your commitment to excellence and wish you good health, happiness, and continued success. The Commissioners Court of Cooke County.
Thank you. It's been an honor. Thank you.
Did you sign this one?
This phone actually will take better picture. They furniture, you know, certificate of occupancy, maybe sit in the hallway for a while.
If you got Silver, thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
We'll miss you guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Need signatures,
Signatures.
please.